What is going on, esteemed witnesses of the courtroom? This is the Croc to bring you a Pokemon TGBDUAL 2nd generation Wi-Fi battle. Good lord, I miss these. And today's match is going to be an underused tier match. So, I decided to do a team preview on my side. Some of you guys know this team I used against Turnabout for the win. Its entire goal is to set up a Sunny Day Houndour since I can't use Houndoom. Quagsire for the support for electrical attacks aimed at Xatu, and just overall support as a curse set. Smeargle to set up spikes and Thunder Wave and Seismic tosses. Gramble's a Rest Talker with a Polka Dot Bow. Bayleaf is a Dual Springer, and Xatu is a Safeguard user and Haze pseudo wall. So yeah, let's get straight into the match. Yeah, as I previously said, today's match is up against Super4ng. I've never played against these guys, and he's very new to the 2nd generation. I have to give myself credit. After not playing in such a long time, I have been able to port forward my router right off the bat, so I can host my own matches again. So that is just great, great, great. Like I said, going to be a tier match today, and I'm really not sure what to think of it. That is why I showed you guys only my side of the team preview. So with that, let's see what happens and let's get straight into it. Alrighty, so Super4ng is going to be leading with his esteemed witness Tesla, which are going to be his Electabuzz. Now, nothing on my team other than Xatu wants to take a cross chop. Now, I do kind of play the water here. I decided to go into Rondelite after a second thought, which is going to be Quagsire. I know for a fact I can take Cross Chop because I am incredibly bulky, but Xatu would have 4 times resisted, so that would have been nice. Now, this first turn, I'm going to go ahead and select the Sludge Bomb. I want to scout the rest of his team, see what resistances to my Quagsire he may carry in his team, and he shows this physical Slowbro. Now, Mother Teresa obviously hates me as she usually does, and I'm not going to get these Sludge Bomb poison hacks off the rip. So I'm just going to be switching out into Melissa Foster, scouting this thing's moveset slowly but surely, and I see Psychic. So that's going to kind of hint at me at a point that I'm going to be able to get a free switch into Houndour. Only thing is I don't want to come in on a Thunder Wave, so I've got to be very, very careful at my switching times. Which is why I want to go into Windy Old Man here, and I want to go into that because I can go for a Safeguard predicting a Thunder Wave or Hypnosis from respectively, from the Slowbro, a timed Thunder Wave, or a timed Hypnosis. But he's just going to go ahead and Whirlwind me out back into Rondelite and set up the Reflect as I go for the Sludge Bomb. Now I am going to catch the crit right off the bat and no Poison Hacks yet again, as I know Poison is going to be residually wearing this thing down. Now seeing the Reflect and the Whirlwind, I'm pretty much guaranteeing this thing is going to have Rest. I'm just not too sure what its last move is going to be. So I'm going to go back out to Windy Old Man again, as if he wants to go for a Reflect, that is fine and dandy-bandy by me. I will just attack from the Special Spectrum with that Stab Psychic, and you can see that does quite a bit of damage, and he's going to go for the Mirror move, so props for the unconventionality there. That is really neat. Unfortunately, I kind of see what he was going for. He was trying to go for just a damaging move that could do a variety of different things, because really, other than Toxic, the move pool on a Rest Talker is just really not that good. Other than maybe Nightshade or something like that, something with the continuous 100 per turn. So he's going to be switching out into Tesla yet again. I know he's going to go into that, so I'm just going to go for the Psychic, just to hit it as it comes in. I'm thinking he may want to go for the Light Screen. I've still got to scout if it has Hidden Power, so I am going to go out of Rondelite. If it does have Hidden Power Grasp from this range, I will take it, and I am still a little bit scared of his switch, so I'm going to go for another Sludge Bomb as he goes back out into the Noctowl. With the Reflect up, I know it could have taken the Earthquake at least partially well, so I'm just going to curse up here, because what I'm figuring is, even if he Whirlwinds, he still doesn't want to take Cursed Sludge Bombs, even with the Reflect up, because if he wakes up on that turn, I'm just going to do as much damage to this thing and force its rest, because I do have faster things on my team that could come in and revenge kill this thing, so that's kind of my idea at this particular point. But he's going to switch out and reveal this physical wall, this Sand Slash. Now, it's kind of a catch-22 here. I'm not really sure As far as my plan to set up spikes with my Smeargle, at this point I'm just going to curse up again because I know Sand Slash can't really hurt me except set up a Toxic, which I have Rest with the Mint Berry. So he's just going to go straight for the Surf here, and it is going to do a pretty considerable amount of damage. But this Earthquake is really, I think it's going to kill on this next round, but Mother Teresa has other plans. One of two things are going to happen. Either Earthquake is not going to kill, or Quagsire is going to die, or Slowbro is going to crit, and Quagsire is going to die, and door number 4 happens. I'm going to get critted. He told me at this point that it was Scope Lens. Now, he's new to the 2nd Gen community, so I can't rap on him too hard. It's not really a banned item, but it's not really something used very often, so I definitely wasn't expecting it. So props for that, and it really... See, my game didn't even like it. It said auto fire enable because it didn't like it. Now, I know he's going to go for a T-Whip, so I'm going to go ahead and go for the Safeguard, knowing I can take everything except Surf pretty well. Going to go out to Melissa Foster. I catch him on a Rest. Now, I know I can set up dual screens or just Light Screen and Leech Seed to get that residual recovery because Slowbro has a ass ton of HP, and I am going to want to leech off of this guy for the entire match and recover my Pokemons respectively while this thing does its stally shenanigans that it does. So far, I've seen Surf and Psychic, and I have seen Rest and Thunder Wave. So yeah, he's revealed this entire set to me. So that is perfectly fine. I do need to remind the people that a lot of the bulk in 2nd Gen is a lot of the reason people don't play it, but our 2nd Gen community has grown about 30 players in 3 months, so that's pretty awesome. Now he's going to be switching into his Super 4ng, which is his Ninetales, and unfortunately I am paralyzed now. I know I need to get my Houndour in, but I just need to go out into Duxanum, and I am going to get protected by the Safeguard on this turn of Toxic, which is absolutely fantastic. And regardless of what he goes for, which is going to be this Confuse Ray, I need to try and break this and Thunder Wave Ninetales. Ninetales is kind of a mixed... I don't know, it takes hits on both sides pretty well. It's just going to go for the headbutt and go for some flinch action. And I'm just like, no, we are not doing that today. My Starving Artist is going to break this up. We are going to paralyze this thing. We are going to continue on with this battle because that just ain't going to go down like that. That just ain't going to work. So I figure even if he's going to go for the Flamethrower, I'm going to take this opportunity to set up spikes because I know I can take it. And because I can take it, I can recover off the damage afterward. And at some point in this battle, it'll follow up with a turn of full paralysis, just like it did on that one. So gonna be switching back into my Windy Old Man. What I want to do is set up a Safeguard. Even for the rest of his team, I know I'm going to come in on a Toxic, which is fine because I do have Heal Bell, but I am also going to Safeguard. It might feel a little bit redundant, but if he wants to Toxic something else that comes in or Confuse Ray just like that, he's not going to be able to pair those Status Afflictions with my Safeguard around. So that is wonderful. As he's going to switch out of the Slowbro, he's going to have to step on some spikes, and I'm going to go out to Von Karma. Now, Von Karma is really amazing. I cannot tell you how amazing Polka Dot Bow is. You see that physical wall is not taking those returns. It is a solid 4-shot, easily, maybe even a 3-shot bar the turns. Now I'm going to switch out of my Dahlia Hawthorne. He does not go for the Surf. I outplay him here as he does go for the Psychic, and I'm going to set up the Sun. Now, this next turn absolutely just infuriates me. Surf going to crit. Now, again, that Scope Lens doing the work. I know it would have taken it about half. I don't know the range in which Crunch or Solar Beam would have actually killed this Slowbro, but it couldn't have been too far off from the current range. And I had my Safeguard down, so I figured it was a perfect time to come in and try to set up, bar taking those Thunder Waves. So now he's going to make a double switch out into Sand Slash, step on some spikes as I go for the Zap Cannon. He knows I have it. He knows I also have the return. I'm not really sure why I didn't go for the return there. He's just going to go for the Swords Dance right here as I go for the Heal Bell. Now, I'm really scared of this thing because I'm thinking, part of me thought he'd go for the Earthquake, but he predicted my Xatu to come back in, so he's going to go for this Hidden Power. I take it at 122, and I am going to go for the Stab Return, and it is going to hang. Oh, is it going to die? The game glitched for a second, and it actually does die, and ladies and gentlefish, it is time for a Turnabout. As this Sand Slash is going to go down, the beautiful Turnabout music is going to begin, and let's take this trial back into high swing. He's going to go out into Tesla and have to step on spikes. Unfortunately, the majority of his team is not paralyzed, and I still haven't had a full moveset revelation of this thing. Luckily, he is going to go for the cross chop. I 4 times resist that coming in with the Xatu, and I am not concerned in the slightest bit. If he has the Fire Punch, he'll reveal it, or the Ice Punch on this following turn that I'm going to go out into my Bailey, which I know can take Thunderbolts for days. Now, because I went for that Heal Bell, I got the paralysis off of my Melissa Foster, which is great, which is kind of a guy, which I don't understand that. That makes no logical sense. But I'm going to set up a light screen here. If he wants to reveal one of the punches, that will be perfectly fine and dandy by me. As now that I have the light screen, I know I can take those hits, and he's probably going to set up his own light screen, so I'm just going to go for the Leech Seed, and he's going to reveal this freaking pincer. Now this, again, is where I really need my Quagsire, or really need my Houndour, because I'm actually really scared of this thing, even with my Leech Seeds up. You see, I'm not taking Hidden Power. That Hidden Power bug takes me down to 62, but the Leech Seed going to bring me back to 103, set up a Reflect here, and I'm at 123, so I'm thinking with a Reflect, I think without a Swords Dance boost, I believe I can live an attack from this thing. I want to get a Body Slam off and just attempt to cause some paralysis. I'm going to live with 11 HP, go back up to 52 after that Hidden Power bug. Not going to get the Body Slam. Mother Teresa, why can I not have Status Afflictions? Why can I not have them? Well, I'm going to have to sack off Melissa Foster. I know she's not going to live that hit because she barely lived it last time. And I am down to 3 Pokemon. Now, with Reflect up, I know for the fact I can take any hit from this thing, including Submission if it has it. And the cool thing about Submission is he's going to deal that recoil back to himself. So that's going to work out great. And I am going to be able to get Leech Seed Recovery and a Thunder Wave on this huge threat to my team, which I have to say, I feel like I'm actually handling it quite well considering, but it's actually going to outspeed me on this turn and go for a Flail. So I'm believing this Pinsir is actually carrying the Quick Claw based on that, because I was outspeeding it the rest of the match. And it's paralyzed, so it would have to have Quick Claw. But luckily, Quick Claw is not going to kick in. I'm going to get the Seismic Toss Off, and down goes that threat. Handled so well considering the circumstance that I found myself in. Now, Kapoor is going to come back in knowing this thing is especially defensive and also a physical wall with Reflect and a pseudo phaser is what I wanted to call it. I apologize there. As he's going to set up the Reflect. Now, he has seen Von Karma with the Zap Cannon, so I pretty much am obligated to go for it right here. I am going to hit it on my first try and bring this thing into paralysis right now. Now, I need to see the range at which this thing takes stab returns with my item, even with the Reflect up, just to gauge the damage output so I can see kind of where I'm standing. It looks like it would KO after that. Now he's going to follow up with a Mirror, go for the return. It almost brings me down. And right here, guys, I got to go for the Zap Cannon. He's going to rest if I don't, and I am going to miss it. It probably would have killed from that range, and he's going to fall asleep and become completely healthy. And that is just bad news, Bears. I wish that didn't happen. But I digress. We have to move on at this point. He is going to not be able to do any kind of rest talk shenanigans. And we're going to lag a bit here. Unfortunately, my opponent had some bandwidth issues on his side. Like I said, I haven't hosted a game in forever, so it's going to take some time. As you see, the rest is taking a good minute to kick in there. But I am going to rest and get all of my HP back. Now this thing is Reflect, Whirlwind, Rest, and Mirror Move. So I don't even know why I'm saying Rest Talk, because he also revealed his set to me. But, you know, I guess going back into second gen after a lot of time, you definitely had to expect some kind of flaws from me, I suppose. Now, we had a small disconnection there with the bandwidth and stuff. But luckily, we're right back in the heat of this trial. And we've got some sleeping Pokemon just burning rest turns, because I know when he wakes up, he's going to set up Reflect. Either way, it really doesn't matter. And I know I've got one more turn of sleep to burn, so I'm going to go for another Zap Cannon. I'm going to hit this second one, which is going to paralyze it yet again. He's calling me lucky on those Zap Cannons, but you guys are going to see it's really not going to matter. He's going to Whirlwind me out into Windy Old Bag. perfect, as I've got those stab attacks I can go for. And if he feels he needs to switch, I can safeguard on status affliction, so that works out well, as he's going to go into this Slowbro. Now, I know Psychic's not going to do very much at all. It's going to bring it down pretty nicely. Now, I'm looking at my team, and I'm looking at that range, and Giga Drain, I would not think it would kill from that range, but it actually does without a crit, so that is awesome. I must have got max damage there, I'm not too sure, but that big threat is out of the way. A lot of people don't expect Giga Drain, so Tesla's going to have to come in on some spikes. I know for a fact I'm going to have to eat a Thunderbolt right here. Nothing on my team really wants to take it, so Windy Old Man is going to have to take it. It's going to allow me to take this thing really far down. Now, to explain the situation to you guys, this trial could be over very soon. All he needs is cross-chop crits, and it is over, because I have 2 normal-type Pokemon. So, as we roll very slowly, here comes that cross-chop, and I am going to take it all the way to 58, and I knew at that point that it was not a critical hit, and my Seismic Toss would finish it off, leaving a 2-2 game. What a hell of a game it's been, and he is going to go back out into his Ninetales. Luckily, that Spikes damage racking up is just helping me so much here, as I decide to go for a recover here. I don't want to take any chances, especially if he's going to Toxic, but he is going to get that full para, and that is going to let me go for Seismic Toss if I so choose, but I decide to withdraw. As he goes out into Kapora, I think he probably predicted my Von Karma switch, but because he is paralyzed, I'm going to get that return off, and you see, without Reflect, he is not taking it at all. That's easily going to 2-shot from that range, but as you will see, he's going to withdraw again out of the Ninetales. He said it was a misclick. The only thing I want to mention here is both Pokemon were paralyzed. The crit probably mattered there, but I probably could have 2-shotted it even with Reflect up. I'm not too sure. Feel free to run some damage calcs on that. So I'm going to go for Return, bringing it down to full red. And I'm going to miss my Zap Cannon. Return probably would have killed. I could have ended the game right there. But that is not the case. Now, I've sped this part up very much so, because this is a massive Star War between Reflect and Return and Zap Cannon and all that stuff. And yeah, this is pretty much going to be a redundant move selection between this and just predicting turns of Rest, Zap Cannon, Return, etc. So I'm going to take a minute to talk to you guys while you guys enjoy this lovely backstory, which is this 2nd Gen stall fest at the end that I sped up as much as I could. So, the reason there's no layout is because this is a really long battle. It was a 55-minute battle, and there was some lag, so I really didn't have time. I actually recorded this on Monday, February 3rd, 2014 at 12:26 a.m., so it's going to be up sometime, well, when you guys watch this, so it's obviously up, but you know, it took some time to get up because I was not going to leave my computer on all night to render it. Now, that being said, yeah, he's just got to figure out at some point the power points between Rest and Return. All I need is a crit to break this. One crit and it's over regardless of your screens. And he is going to figure that out. The only thing is, you know, I have to commend him. The couple of turns definitely mattered. But other than that, it's great to play 2nd Gen again. That was just so fun. I love this team to death. I felt like I played it really well, and I felt like I dealt with that Pinsir really well considering the circumstance that I was in. I was really frightened by that thing. He revealed it at a perfect time, and he hit it very well. But regardless of the fact, that was an excellent game. I look forward to more matches from the 2nd Gen community as he just decides to run there. I look forward to more matches with the 2nd Gen community, and I also look forward to possibly doing a 2nd Gen stream and such in the future, and some other big things planned on the channel, along, of course, with X and Y Wi-Fi battles. Now, there's a particular thing that I am back to taking 2nd Gen battles, so those of you, such as Juan and other people that have been asking me for challenges, and saying that I haven't been playing 2nd gen, it's because, yeah, I haven't had teams. I haven't been doing it. You know, it happens. But I'm back to it. I'm enjoying it again. I have missed playing, as you guys saw. That was just too fun. I wish it wasn't as long as it was. I usually don't have stalling matches like this, but you know, you really shut down that one chance I had to set up my Houndour. I felt like it was brought in perfectly, and you shut it down really, really well. So kudos and props to you. There's a lot of other people I look forward to battling that I haven't battled in a while. And yeah, real life has just gotten tougher and tougher, you know. So I'm doing what I can to get matches up and stuff. But since this is a day late anyway, I figured it would be an amazing upload even without the layout. The battle was so well worth it, and an amazing fight it was. So with that, you guys know the rules. Rate, comment, subscribe. Peace out, objection, and find the computer room, and peace.